Hey guys, Ben with KCT here, aka the Flim Flam Man. We're back here in the basement of Doom because I've got a lot of work to do, so we're going to be doing some work. But why we're really here is to be showing, yeah, that's right, this little weapon slide here. And this is, of course, the Tacticon Armament Battletorch V2. So this, again, is the smaller of the two. I went ahead and picked this one up. Did not get the V3, it's just the V2. So what we're going to do here is some very subjective comparisons. We're going to be using this as well as some other lights to illuminate the sweet basement here. We just moved in here, so there's a lot of like boxes and stuff in there, so we're just going to be pointing stuff at those. And just kind of showing you guys what the illumination output looks like and what that looks like compared to some other lights. So we do have some other lights here. Let's go ahead and take a look. We'll just drop this off. First of all, we do have a couple different Nightcore lights. One is, is this the P10 GT Precise Series with their combat pressure pad there. And of course it does have the ridiculous strobe. So this thing's pretty bright. I think it's supposed to be like 800 lumens, something like that. So that is the first Nightcore. Second one is their NPL 30. And so this guy is just the Nightcore little pistol light. And it is designed to, well, run on two 123As. The actual weapon light from Tacticon Armament only runs on a single cell. So both these are double cell flashlights. This one is rated at 1200 lumens. So it's pretty darn bright, and it has 4 LED emitters there. So there is a fair amount of light being pushed downrange by both these guys. Then we have my daily driver, and this is an old Surefire, and it is the G2 Nitrolon series. As you can see, it's been painted and beaten to hell and back. So this is normally with me every day, and it has, I believe, a Malkoff head in it. I went and replaced the original Surefire head with an LED head, and after like 8 years that burned out, so I finally put on like a Malkoff. So I think this is right around 800 lumens, maybe more. So it's pretty bright. It does some pretty good work downrange. So this is also a double cell light, and we also have this old Surefire primary arms weapon light, and this I believe they said is 600 lumens. So this is a 2-cell light. It is much older tech. It is one of their older weapon lights from 8-10 years ago, something like that. I've had it forever. And again, 2-cell light, so it should be technically a little bit brighter than what we see from the Tacticon weapon light, but we'll see. So we got that guy here, and last but not least, we will throw it in the ring with another 1-cell light, and this is the sweet Enforce APL. So this is the OG body there, so it's not the Wild 1, Wild 2 APL-C, it is the regular APL. And I believe this is supposed to be 200 lumens, so it's not super bright. It's brighter than you'd expect for that lumen count. But yeah, it's 200 or 400, but I want to say it's just like 200. It's not, it's the really, really old one. The polymer body and all that stuff. So we'll go ahead and compare the two. We'll go ahead and point the camera down the basement, and we'll go ahead and turn off the lights, and we will see what you guys think. Again, this is subjective. I don't have everything set up on the camera for super awesome night vision, Navy SEAL, whatever, all those filters and stuff. So it'll be kind of what the eye sees from what the camera shows. But it should at least give you some idea of what the weapon light looks like, what it illuminates, and what you can expect a single cell weapon light from Tacticon Armament to produce. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so here I'm using the 1-cell Enforce weapon light to go ahead, and we'll use that as sort of a 1-cell control group, and go ahead and shine some light downrange here in a sweet basement. And also, if there's ever going to be a time that I'm attacked by some sort of creature on camera, it will be here and now during this time. In fact, when this gets posted to the internet, there will be times I might say, it's right behind me, isn't it? Or you'll see things behind me that like I won't necessarily see, like there's probably something behind that box there acting weird. That's just to enhance the mystery and the special effects-ness of it. So anyways, this is your single cell. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Enforce APL. As you can see, It's plenty bright for illuminating. Shine it off the ceiling and you can get a pretty decent illumination of the room. Not a whole lot off the floor, but illuminates that staircase pretty well. And then of course, down to the far end of the room there. Let's see if we can't move this further. There we go. So that is the one cell Enforce. Now, here we have Total Darkness, and this is where the Ooga Booga comes from. And this is the weapon light from Tacticon Armament. So you can see there a beautiful hot spot right in the middle, a very, very big hot spot. That's very nice. I said they have about a 35-minute runtime, so we'll see how we are in this battery. It is rechargeable 123A, that does come with it. But as you can see there, nice big hot spot in the middle. And then let's see what we have for the Enforce. So much more spill than throw, and this is the Enforce here, and this is the Tacticon. Tacticon really overpowers that. So good on you, Tacticon. Now let's go ahead and try the 2-cell Night Core. There's the Night Core. As you can see there is a strong hot spot there in the middle, and very nice spill. A lot of good illumination here, shining off the ceiling. Of course, the stairs. Does a really good job lighting up the whole space. Here is a Tacticon. So you see the Tacticon does have a really great center hot spot, very much similar to the Night Core. The Night Core is here on the left, Tacticon on the right. And I'd say the Night Core does overpower it a little bit, but it is a 2-cell flashlight. So that is those two there. Turn off the Tacticon and grab our next light. Okay. So this is going to be the NPL30 from Night Core. Now this is running on some older batteries. I think it was in my pocket today and it was on for a minute. So with the overpower, the Tacticon clearly overpowers it. This one is pretty much all spill and very little throw. So as you can see here, this is the NPL30. That's the Tacticon Armament. So very, very much overpowers it. And this is a 2-cell light. So next we will go to my daily driver, which is this beautiful Surefire here. So you can see the Surefire. Go ahead and put that on constant there. It does a really good job of illuminating the room there. Nice hot spot. Not super, super well defined in terms of the hot spot, but it is what it is. And the Tacticon plays pretty fairly with it. So now it's kind of hard to see. The Tacticon is here, and the Surefire with the Malkoff head is here. So this thing has all the advantages. It's the girl with all the gifts. It does have 2 cells. It does have an upgraded Malkoff head, which those are very powerful. And still, we shine it here. And the Tacticon does play pretty hard with it. So make of that what you will, but I do think that this thing with all the advantages going for it should have been able to handily beat the Tacticon, again, which is just a 1-cell light. However, it did not. It played, I'd say, pretty evenly with it. Finally, we will do our last weapons light, and this is going to be the primary arms weapon light. Now this is older tech again, but no older than that Surefire. So here's the primary arms. It's got a very, very warm, very buttery color to it. And although it does have a nice hot spot there in the middle, it's not super, super well defined. Actually looks more well defined on camera than I'm seeing here in my eyes. And then the Tacticon pretty much just defeats it right off the bat. So you see here's the Tacticon, and here's the sweet, sweet, sweet old primary arms. Turn off the Tacticon, primary arms, and we can just overwhelm that right with the hot spot from the Tacticon. So this isn't a video to show for these guys, obviously, but it is something to show you guys what this thing can do as a single cell on a weapon light versus some of the other tech that's out there and some of the other lights. So hopefully, guys, if you found this interesting, like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's all I do have for you today. See ya! Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Ben with KCT here, aka Jimmy Neutron. What are we looking at today? Today we're looking at, well, you guessed it, the Tacticon Armament Battletorch V2. It just came out from Tacticon Armament. They make some good stuff. It is a surefire clone, as you can probably see there. And when it came out for the introductory price was like 55 bucks. I think it's up to 70 now. They did come out with a V3, which is the full-size light. This is just the Scout clone. It's about that long. And that, I think, was on sale for like 75. And I think the price has gone up another 20 bucks on those. For those of you who didn't get out and get the introductory price, it may still be available at the time of this video. So, what do we have going on here? Well, again, as a surefire clone, you have surefire stuff. So the battery loads in through the head, not the tail. The head is a 600 lumen head. It is a single-celled light, and it is extremely bright for what it is. So, we have the little plug here, just a standard surefire plug. You can go ahead and use surefire aftermarket accessories there, and it does have a surefire style pressure switch, which you can see says, well, it's wearing off, Tacticon Armament. Yeah, right there. It's wearing off though. You'd easily put a surefire logo on there. So, what do we have? We have constant on. We have momentary. That's it. There's no strobe or anything like that, but who needs a strobe? So, the pressure pad does come with it for the price. I know that you can get these, like the clones, for like 30-40 bucks on Amazon. I think this is a better buy just because, number one, it includes a boss-ass Michael Flatley mount here, and you can go ahead and undo this bolt, move it wherever you want. If you stick your Allen wrench in here and undo 2 bolts, this will pop right off, and it will mount to any Scout Light mount that's currently available. This is a Scout Light footprint body, and if you take this off and this off, it is just a Scout body, just as you'd see all the cool kids having, but you know, for $500 less. So we got the pressure switch, we got the light. What else do we get in the box? Oh yeah, we got the mount, and again, of course, you know, put it on both sides. So yeah, we have the box with a clicky tail cap for extra clickiness, charger. The battery's already in there. It does come with a little plug for your surefire tail cap there. I took it off so I could look more operator. Battery charger cord, and then they included a second mount. And this is a vertical mount or a 90-degree mount, so you can just pop it right there, mount it right to the then there, pop it right up on top, onto the top. Whatever you want to do. Obviously not behind your front sight post, because that's just stupid. Nice burnt bronze anodizing. I really like that color. And the machining looks really, really good on these. Obviously they are, like, you know, from China or whatever for this price, but it is what it is to get something like this. So we'll do a little bit of night filming here in a little bit once we lose our daylight, and we'll kind of go from there. It is very, very bright, probably one of the brightest flashlights I own, and it easily overpowers other flashlights like double cell lights, things like that. I mean, admittedly those are older tech, but this one actually does a really, really good job of putting out some lumens, and we like some lumens around here, don't we? So your single head reflector there, or your single LED reflector. Beep. And yeah, mounts up nice and sturdy, rock solid. Feels of good quality. Again, long-term testing and recoil we'll see, but I really like it so far. The pressure pad is a big honking surefire pressure pad. You're probably already used to those if you are a surefire guy. If not, well, get used to it. Takes up about 3 spaces of M-LOK should you go that way. It currently only has a Picatinny mount. Same thing with these, but the way this works is it will fit on any Scout light mount. So if you have a M-LOK Scout Light mount or a Key Mod Scout Light mount, you can go ahead and use it there as well. Right now I'm just sticking with the included mount because it's pretty baller, matches the color, and I'm just kind of that guy. Let me show you one more setup here on a different gun, and I will run this with the clicky tail cap, and you guys can kind of see what that looks like. Okay guys, here we have the setup with the clicky tail cap. Go ahead and push that in for constant on. Just get a light nudge for temporary on or momentary. Has the same mount there that I had on the other one. It's just flipped to the different side, and it's good to rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and actuate that with my thumb very easily from the grip that I have. So, what do I think overall about this? I think it's a great package. I think it's excellent. I think the value for the money is right on, provided that these things work and work through recoil. As you say, I do have a blast shield on here running this close, and if I didn't have that, at least it's far enough behind the brake that hopefully we're not blowing anything out. We'll see. But they do have a lifetime warranty on these things, which is good because when I first got my first one, these screws were in the body so tight, one of them was, that it just stripped immediately. Like, you couldn't get it out there to save your life, so I couldn't mount this on the other side. So as you saw earlier, I had it mounted onto one side and now the other side. Before, it was just stuck on one side and I couldn't do what I wanted to do with it. I did go ahead and send that back to them. They sent me out a replacement body, and everything looks good now. So that's my only real issue with this so far. Obviously, if it doesn't hold up to recoil, then that's something that we have to go back and report. And if something like that happens, I'll either make another video about it or I will put it in the notes of the video below. So guys, I would say go ahead and get one. If you go to Tacticon Armament's website, I believe it's just tacticonarmament.com for those of people who still type the .com, or you can get them on Amazon. And if you sign up for their newsletter on Tacticon Armament's website, they will periodically send you flash sales, deals, and crazy coupons for up to 30% off everything in the store. And that does often include body armor and probably include these lights as well. So if you didn't get one in the introductory price, where this was about 55 bucks and now it's about 75, they have another one that's the Scout, like the 300 I think it is, and it's about that big, and that is a 2-cell light, and I think that's going for like 95 like that now. So if you missed out on those, you can still get the awesome pricing, the introductory pricing, and you can be good to go on that with a 30% off or even more. So as long as that's on the sale and included, you are good to go. So guys, I'd say go ahead right now, pick one up. They're extremely bright. We will go ahead and do some more light testing at night, but we have some daylight right now, so not really worth the time and effort. But other than that, guys, I will go ahead and hit that up for you, and yeah, we'll catch you in just a second.